Welcome to Love and Adventure. I'm Pastor Evans.
I'm Mrs. Evans.
Hey, we're excited to get into the episode with you, but before we do that, we'd really like it if you could just hit that like button. That'll let YouTube know that you like the video, because we like the videos and we want to get them out to more people. And if you could, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you.
And don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified when there's a new episode.
All right, so let's get into it. We're excited to be back with you all this season, learning or talking about our lessons in love, the things that we learned as we grew together.
Right.
So today, we're going to start at the beginning.
The dun dun dun.
Dum, 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 the beginning of our love. Of our love. So we got a few different, we want to tell them the sections or what we want to do? We got a few different sections.
We want to cover 3 areas.
3 areas.
So we won't keep you long.
Not we won't be before you long.
We won't be before you long.
You know what happens when preachers say that.
Right.
So, what are the areas, wife?
So we're going to get into it?
Yeah, get into it.
Okay. So is the many times we crossed each other's path and we met again and again.
Right.
Without really meeting.
Right. And some people will just meet the first time.
Right.
And they start a relationship, but I think we crossed each other. I don't even know how many times. I guess we should tell them we went to school together.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. We went to school together in college, not high school, because I'm a little older than her. It's a little change there. A little older than her, so we went to college together. So we were in a bunch of the same circles and a bunch of different circles too. So, right. But yeah. So we met the first time. It's still on the age thing. So we met the first time. When was the first time we met, wife?
The first time that we met.
Yeah. Is that what we're talking about? Or what do you want to talk about?
Well, we came in contact with each other several times. One time we were on a BSU overnight.
That was later though.
Well, that was one time.
That was one time. Right.
And I knew of you,
right.
And there was some gossip going around.
No, ain't no gossip about me. That's not the focus. That's not the focus of this episode.
We were in each other's company for a BSU, like a new student orientation.
Yeah.
I was in the orientation because I was a new student. And he was already there for a year.
I was there 1 year before you because I stopped going to college for a while.
Anyways,
important.
So new student orientation, and then I would go to the BSU meetings, and you were there. I think I went to visit friends who were you student at large?
I was a senator.
Oh, so I went to go and hang out with some of my friends where you were there in your senator position, doing senator work.
So you were stalking me? Is that what you're trying to tell the people?
No, he just was always where I was.
Yeah. So.
But again, all those places I recognized you. I saw you. I may have even said hi to you. I just didn't.
Right.
Pay any attention.
She was busy. But we met, I don't know, a couple other places I met. I came to your house one time.
I think that was the first time that we met.
Right.
So the first time that we met,
yeah.
You came to my home in which I was sharing with other sisters for a BSU meeting.
Right. BSU is a Black Student Union. Can you keep saying that?
Oh, yes.
It's
Black
like
Student Union.
Right. So, and that was, in some way, shape, or form, you say the Black Student Union is responsible for us getting together because we were in the times that we crossed paths. It was a lot of Black Student Union stuff.
Right. But if you want to say that, you can say that we owe it to Amani Kafele because she brought me in. We love you, Amani. One of the lessons or insight that I've come to realize is that the person that you probably need to be with is already or may already be in your circle.
Right. Yeah.
They may already be there. You're looking and asking, everybody to help you find a mate and going on all the apps, but
all the apps,
all the apps,
dates.
All the dates. You're doing all the things.
Unnecessary.
But that person may already be in your circle.
That's a good one. I like that one. The person who is for you may already be in your circle. That's pretty good. I like that one. I will piggyback on that and say, you don't always know who you're meeting. I think that's the insight that I got from our story. Because you may see each other sometime, and you say hi. And a lot of times, in passing, we say hi, right? And you don't always know who you're meeting. Because I'm sure I said hi a bunch of times before.
You realize that was fantastic?
I've been married 21 years. I'm not stepping into that one. But I'm sure I said hi a bunch of times before I realized that you were fantastic. Yes, I was it. So the next section
is the ask.
The ask.
What is the ask?
The ask is when I finally got up the nerve to ask my wife out. Well, she wasn't my wife at the time. She's my wife now. But it took a little while. Like we were just talking about, like we had a bunch of encounters. A few of those encounters were sitting and eating in a group, right? So one thing could be, going back to the other one, is it's okay to spend time in groups.
Right.
So we were sitting in groups and having lunch and just talking, and then one glorious day, I realized, like, hey, I need to be more involved with this one. So I realized I needed to be involved with my wife. More than just sitting across from her eating mashed potatoes and pepper. That's what she would eat.
With a little bit of water.
Mashed potatoes, pepper, and water. That was her lunch. So more than that, but I didn't have her number. I had to get her number. I did some investigation.
Inspector Gadgeted.
I Inspector Gadgeted and got her number and asked her out. So the ask.
One of the lessons of the insight. I know that we got together in the 90s, and so one of the bigger topics for dating back then was that make sure that you put something on your schedule. Make sure that you are not so readily available. But one of the insights or the lessons that I learned is it's okay to be available. It's okay. It's okay to like change your plans.
Yes.
If you see something being more valuable, or if you see a future with someone.
And how did you learn that lesson? And how did you learn that lesson?
I mean, I learned that lesson as a result of being available the night you asked me out, because I had to cancel. I had plans.
Yeah, that's you try to gloss over the fact.
Girl had a date, y'all.
You already had another date.
I had a date, So I had to go ahead and cancel that date and asked to be available for our date.
Yes.
And
that worked out for me.
It worked out. We in this thing now.
Right. Yeah, 21 years. So that's a good one. Be available.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to be available. The thing that I learned, or the insight I think is valuable from that is, I think you should have a plan. When you ask somebody out, guys, girls, if you're asking a guy out, have a plan. I didn't necessarily have a plan.
Right.
I just knew that I wanted to spend some time with this beautiful woman. So I asked her out. I wasn't sure she was gonna say yes, first of all. Then she said yes, so then I had to think of something to do. Let's go to the movies. So have a plan. Figure out what the person who you're asking out might like, so there could be a better first date.
You know what?
What?
I can't believe that you asked me out and didn't know anything about me.
Right.
All this deep sea diving you did to get my number, and you ain't know nothing about me.
I could have asked the person who finagled me your number what would be a good thing to do. That would have been. See, this is 22 years later.
Side note, stalker.
Anyway, I could have asked the person that gave me your number what you might like to do. That's a good tip for you all.
Gave you my number without permission.
I mean, it worked out.
Stalker.
What's the next topic?
And so the last topic for today, today's journey, is the date. And our first date was going to the movies. Well, with the state of things today, not very many people are going to the movies.
Right.
However, when the world opens back up, in my opinion, going to the movies is not a great first date. It doesn't allow for you to be able to communicate and see the person that you're with, see how they react and respond in public to other people, which is really important. I mean, we had a great time.
Right. We had a great time. Right. But I agree. Going to the movies is not necessarily the best idea. Back to the previous point, have a plan. Find out what the person likes. I could have found out what my future wife would like, so we could have done something better. But she made the best of it.
I made the best. I don't even know what happened in the movie. Okay, like I don't remember nothing about the movie.
Yeah, for a long time we forgot what movie we watched.
It was just not memorable. The movie wasn't memorable. The experience was.
That's because you was feeding me popcorn, trying to seduce me in the theater, touching my lips with the popcorn.
Right.
Don't try to act like you. So my insight from our first date is just pay attention to the person you're dating. Pay attention to everything. You can learn a lot about the person that you're dating and the person that whether or not you want to continue to date them. Before we got to the movies, she had me stop. You remember this? She had me stop at the grocery store and she bought me a flower.
Oh, I bought you a yellow flower.
She brought me a yellow flower. She was the one that had game. So you can learn. So my point is, you can learn a lot about a person from the things that they do, just kind of in general. Like getting someone a flower. I learned that she was one that was caring and thoughtful. Just in those things, in those little encounters that we had on our first date.
And I think yellow is the color for friendship.
Yeah, I didn't really get that though. I was just like, she bought me a flower.
Oh.
So what were our lessons for this one?
So the person that you're supposed to be with may already be in your circle.
Right. And you never know who you're meeting.
You never know who you're meeting.
What was the other?
It's not always bad to be available.
And then have a plan for asking someone out. Find out a little bit about them before you do.
And so my last one is the movies. The movies, in my opinion, is not a great first date. And then be sure to go somewhere so that you can be safe and you can get a good idea of the person that you're with and how they act and respond to other people. Right.
And then just pay attention to your date. Pay attention to what they do and say. You can learn a lot about them in a little bit of time.
Now, that was the beginning of our journey with you guys through our lessons in love. And now we want to show you a few clips of our house hunting journey.
Watch this. Well, if you're at this point in the video, thank you. Then you might as well hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We hope you really enjoyed the episode today, our lessons in love, and our house hunting journey. So that's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all. See you next time.